will be put to the test. It's the Commanders and the Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we move on to Week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On first down, Reeves. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Reeves. And this one is incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Reeves. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter. They'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And remember, when he came out of college, he left early. So a lot of people weren't really paying attention to this young man, but he's entrusted with a leadership role early in his NFL career and didn't shy away from it. His goal...
Play fake, Mills. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Open man is Duvernay. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And here comes Westbrook. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us.
He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. A pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
The try here for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take. After the pick six a moment ago, here's Mills again.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Right at the 40. Up the middle they go. It's Burke.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
30.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Barnes. And he fires one. To throw on 3rd down. Barnes. And that will be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 15.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Richardson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, here's Richardson again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back to throw. Barnes. He's got Green. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Richardson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cox. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On 2nd down now. It's Cox. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
3rd and goal, Mills.
He's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A throw over the middle, taken in. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards.
They run with Richardson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking to throw. Barnes. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
We saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
On 1st and 10, Barnes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Barnes. And that is incomplete. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mills. And his pass, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mills. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that one going to come up short, low throw. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 10.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mills to throw it. Here's a screen for Robinson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mills on 3rd and 2. Out to Cole on the right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Again, it's Mills. Connects with Cole again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down.
Mills. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Mills now.
That's complete to Robinson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He finds his man complete. That's Johnston. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Up the middle they go. Cox. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive.
Holding, offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Barnes. And the reception made by Green.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Again, it's Henderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Henderson will try and run for the first. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Back to throw. Barnes. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Cox. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. To throw on 3rd down, McLean. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 3rd down, Barnes. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Henderson running straight ahead, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Looking to throw. Barnes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Houston.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now a draw play, Richardson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Barnes. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
Throwing on first down, Barnes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll
he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, Henderson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now out comes Houston.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, McLean. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. That's Burke.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Burke.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
On 3rd and 2. McLean, he finds his man, complete. It's Johnston.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
To number 26. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McLean. 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McLean. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. McLean, that's complete right around the 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on 2nd down. McLean, that's caught over the middle by Hurst.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment.
Looking to throw. McLean flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McLean. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From a yard out.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now a handoff. Henderson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run once more with Henderson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now it's Henderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them this one is now planted.